All right, hold on there, boy. He act like he's a good one. All right, guys, I've been here for a little bit. It ain't like I just come here and start catching fish. Sometimes it looks like that when I just start a video. That's why I tell you what's happening. I'm just holding on. The first fish I seen, I hooked and lost. Then I had a couple chase me and they quit on me. I stayed with the same bait because I'm trying to fish with a couple different colors. This is part 2, like I told you, of going to be part 2 of good colors used in stained water. Wow, that's a pig. I thought it was a big fish by the mark. That's a good one. Man, I ain't gonna complain about that one. What I love at this time of year, guys, you know what? Before I had live scope, I hear people talking about that. Before I had live scope, we'd come out and put floats up behind the boat. You know, Sam and I done a seminar Saturday and we was talking about that, and that's what I told the guys. I said, I used to bass fish a lot this time of year, right? And I would guide it. I was guided for years, guys, and if I got to where it wasn't worth it, wasn't worth my time to do it, and what things cost me after COVID. So right before COVID, I quit by 2012, and I was playing in a band. Yeah, I started playing in a bluegrass band. I was traveling a lot, so a lot of things happened. I just gave it up. And I was doing it part-time for a while. Oh, there you go. This is called Too Much. It's in the BA Stinger. Okay, guys, it's called Too Much. That's a nice fish. You know, I'm gonna weigh him, but see how long he is. I caught one couple back in January, February, that was 17 inches, and they didn't even weigh but about 1.5 pounds. That's about what I thought he was. He's about 15 1/8. 1.9. My scale weighs in tenths, so he's 1 pound and 14.5 ounces. Yeah, he's pushing 2 pounds, isn't he? Let's get that bait off. He's pushing 2 pounds, guys. Let's get him back in here. This time of year, go lay your eggs. You know how many eggs that crappie's carrying? That's right. Y'all look, Google that. Google how many eggs a crappie carries, guys. It's thousands. And the bigger they are, the more they carry. We want them, this time of year, we want them to lay those eggs, don't we? All right, guys. I'm pretty sure this one wasn't very big, but he's decent. They kept coming toward the boat. 2 of them toward the boat, and I threw at them a couple times, and they got right up about 15 foot from the boat, and I thought, I'm gonna drop it down and see if I hit it. So I did, and he did. It's a crappie, right? He's about 10 1/2. All right, that's 2 on this one, but look, if I catch some nice fish today, that's a plus. I'm looking for them, don't get me wrong. But I'm just trying to make a video about different colors used in the stained water that I have on the site. I get asked that a lot. The water's dirty, what should I use? You know, and so I made one with Grenada Bug, creamy, right? Got a video coming up tomorrow. You can see me fishing with Mud Bug. So I'm trying to use a couple other colors to show you that. I have, somebody asked me this Saturday at the seminar. Do you have black and chartreuse? And I had some with me. Yes, and I have it with orange tail, blue tail, pink tail. Yeah. See, I'm trying to make something different than everybody else is making. All right, guys. I tell y'all, the wind's got now. Y'all see the chop on the water? They was calling for light winds, staying up to 5 miles an hour. But of course, I'm on the other side of the lake from the direction the wind's coming. You know what that does? It builds up, doesn't it? There's nothing to stop it on the water. All right. Y'all do know I'm using 2 pound test. I got the right 2 pound test on it because I'm throwing this light 1/32 ounce head and it throws easier. This is the sub, okay? And this is the blue mist color. It's in the sub. He's about 10 1/2 to 11, maybe 10 3/4. Yeah, I just finally put my spot lock on and just sat here, and I'm pulling up, stopping, pulling up, and stopping. When you get rough water like that aluminum boat, you're getting the aluminum noise, you know, you get from the wake hitting the boat. That don't help. Plus, I got my trolling motor running. I just had two come pretty close to me, and I threw it in one time and they took off. They look like decent fish. That fish there was 30 foot, and it's hard to even cast it in this wind. So what I'm doing when I cast to it, I'm casting like that, sidearm, and keep my bait close to the water. If I go to a 1/16 in 4.5 foot of water, it hits the bottom too fast. And these fish, if you move the bait too fast, they're not interested in it. You gotta come past them slow. Water's 58 degrees. I was here in the same area the other day, and it was 59. Well, we'll give them a couple more minutes here. If I don't see a few more fish, or if wind gets too bad, I'm going to move. The reason I'm here, GoPros make things look a long ways. About 100 feet over there, it's a white post sticking out of the water. It's a white piece of PVC. It's in a stump. And I know you can't see the ones back there at the back. I see about 4 back there next to these boathouses. I know this area really well because I only live less than a mile from here. Yeah, that's right. I'm almost home. And this is full of stumps. Here's one right here. I'm sitting up, see here? And that's why they're coming up in here. It's ready to spawn. They're just cruising the spawning area. That's what they're doing. And like, so here's something else right there, trash. I'm spinning this handle for some of y'all that haven't been around my channel. All right, and I'm seeing a lot of stumps, but I'm not seeing any fish on the stumps. I've seen some hovering above them, but they usually leave. So that means they haven't committed as a spawning bid, probably. But these fish are not far from spawning. We get a couple more next week. It's supposed to get a little warmer. It's first week of April, first or second week of April, these fish will be spawning, okay? They're just starting to move up into that area now. They're just cruising this spawning flats is what they're doing. So it's your lake, it should be doing the same thing. Even if the water's clear, they might be staying a little deeper. But that's what they're doing. And the dirty water helps them, guys. Dirty water warms up more, right? Because it holds the particles. It's warming up some. They like that. So let's see if we can find a few more. Bam. All right, guys, I moved. That wind got bad there. It was blowing straight across that lake all the way across. It got where one thing I could do is I seen a fish when if I didn't hit spot lock and let off the trolling motor, the boat would go crazy, and I couldn't do anything about it, you know, blow me back. If you can't run your trolling motor, and I don't have brakes, you know, if you got brakes, I know I can see where they would help you a lot on a windy day, and when you're trying to chase some fish, right? All right, my spot lock on. No, it's not. Let me hit my spot lock. All right, it's on now. And just stopped here, started right there, made a turn, seen 2 fish, threw at this one. And bait got to him, he come running for it. Bait disappeared, I didn't feel the bite. I started reeling slowly, and then I felt him, he was swimming off with it. He done took it home with him. I said, no, you're not. All right, guys, that's 2 on this, and that's the little sub. Guys, you know, I sell a few of these subs. I know y'all look at it and go like, Dennis, it ain't nothing to it. I know it's not, but see that little tail? Y'all can't see it now. It's just a moving. Can you see it waving? I'm holding it still now. I'm not moving at all. It's just sitting there going like this. This is the wind hitting it. And the little breeze hitting it. That's a good fish there, guys. Ain't nothing wrong with him. All right. That's on the sub. All right. I have to keep up the names of stuff, guys, because that's hard on me. I think it's called mashberry in the sub because I added a little purple to it to make, because it's so small. But it's 1.25 inches long, and it has I grabbed that line. How many times did I reach for that line? Did not get it. It has a good body size to it. This is a size 6 hook, so what I got in it. Size 6, 1/32. Again, I'm staying 1/32 because it seemed like if you were moving it fast. And this thing got close to him, and I was reeling it slow, and I got right at him. It was starting to sink. I just picked my rod up a little bit, and he rolled right up, and he rolled up to the bait. I couldn't feel a bite. I couldn't see my bait. Again, I just started reeling slow, and I felt that he had it. All right, guys, I'm back to what I like to do. These fish, there was 2 fish coming at me, and it stopped at 50 foot, and I threw at them at 50 foot. They's only about 4 foot deep. I'm sitting in 22 foot of water though. Right on the edge of the channel, there's a big flat behind me. A boat just came in behind me, crappie fishing, went back in this cove. That's where I was heading. I wanted to check here first. The water's a little cooler here than what I came from, right? That all makes a difference, right? When the water's a little cooler, because I was back in a cove, There's going to be some that haven't spawned. Not all of them are going to go in the cove at the same time. Not all of them going to say, that's it, I'm going to the back of the cove. That's a good fish. Man, that's a good fish there, guys. Last one was good too, but this is a gooder. He's a little bit bigger, I believe. Okay. This is sharp. This is sunshine with the orange tail. It's called Sun Up. Okay. I want to check that out. Perfect in stained waters. That orange tail, they can see it. That bright yellow. It's the yellowish chartreuse. They can see that. Bam. That's a good fish, guys. One of these days. I looked for my golden rule the other day. I thought it was in this boat. I went through this boat, cleaned the carpet, cleaned the foam, sprayed the foam down with 409, let it sit about a half an hour, come back, wiped it off, and it cleaned up. All right, I'm gonna go to the end of his tail and I'm gonna pinch it. He's 14 and a half. Bam. 14 and a half. That's a good fish. Take them all day long, wouldn't you? All right. Yeah, first cast with that bait, guys. Just put it on there. I got an orange head on, so 1/32. That's about all I could throw it to. I threw as hard as I could. I sprayed it with, I'm going to mention this. Before I made the cast, I sprayed it with Real Magic. I'm going to tell you what difference it makes. A while ago, I was casting that other rod, 2 pound on it. I noticed I wasn't making about 45 feet in that wind for 1/32. I sprayed it, had it out on 60 feet, made a cast. And it was like 55 foot. I gained 10 foot on the next cast just by spraying it. If you're having trouble getting any distance on your rod, try it. It makes a difference. See right there, the other one, his buddies are still there. See right there? There was 3 of them. Now it's 2 of them, 55 foot, almost 60 foot. All right, I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. Before I cast at them, I'm gonna pull up a little. I like to get about 45 foot if I can. All right, guys, I done what I told you I was gonna do. Hold on. Good gosh. Where you going, boy? He is throwing a fit. He's coming at me. I promise I'll let you go. Are you that big? Yeah, I just seen him. He's a good one. He's a little bit bigger than the last one. Like I said, it was 3 of them. Now there's 1. Gotcha. Oh my gosh, I can feel the weight when I pick up the net. Oh my gosh, he is oh, he's gonna break. He's gonna be at 2 pounds or break 2 pounds, isn't he, guys? Look at that one. All right. I'll bet y'all sell some of this color now, won't I? You know what? I can't tell you the last time one of the bag of this color went out. I've got some in the tail color. It's called Hot Tails, guys. They're Hot Tails now. I'm gonna stick it on this side so y'all can see it. There it is. .1. Then went back to 2 pounds. Bam. I figure he's at 2 pounds. That's what I'm talking about right there. Tell you guys, people ask me about the colors, my colors a lot, and I say this right often. She kicked off the spotlight. I say this right off. I have a lot of good colors, and I was just talking to somebody the other day, and they asked, I said, I got over 80 colors. I said, I got the tail colors, where the tail's a different color, just like this bait is. And I said, that adds a little bit of hump to it, you know. You got this bright chartreuse for them to, let me get y'all's head up here, I'm sorry. You got this bright chartreuse for them to see, then you got this orange tail. I got it with blue tail. I got a lot of tail colors. It's in Hot Tails, y'all check it out. But I was just talking to somebody the other day, and they said, yeah, I look at your site, you got a lot of stuff, and I kind of like the tail colors. I said, the tail colors give them an extra little flash. You know, most of us guys used to bass fish. That's how we end up crappie fish. Not all of us. I did. I started bass fishing. And we would chartreuse the tail of a bait, right? And you could buy a lot of bass baits with chartreuse tails. You can buy a lot of crappie baits with chartreuse tail. What's wrong with orange? Blue. I've been trying it. It works. It's just as good. In dirty water, this orange is better than the chartreuse. Guys, I switched baits. First cast. Switched colors. First cast. I hadn't even moved the boat. Boat's still sitting here on spot lock. I looked over, and I'm just sitting here, and 2 was coming at me. What the crappie will do this time of year is kick around slowly. I didn't think he was that big. I think he's just mean. They'll kick around slowly. I'm in 20 foot now. Like I said, I moved it forward just a little bit, trying to get closer to that last crappie, right? Told you I was going to move forward, and that's what I've done. I got the 45 feet and I cast it. I like them a distance from me. I like reeling them in. I like reeling them in, but I tell you guys, the crappie on this lake, I caught one this morning on a long pole, and I tried one a while ago, and he got about 25 feet from the boat. He turned and stopped, and I got the bait to him, but he wouldn't hit it. They can hear that trolling motor. I cut the trolling motor off. I can probably get closer to him. Well, ain't nothing wrong with that one. And I'll show you all this color. Again, this is another color I made last year, and I bet I'll be lucky if I sold 10 bags. This is Buster. I have Buster in the, I have it in the fathead. I've sold some in the fathead, and I have it in the tracer. This is the LC Shad. I just shot that small one day. It's the same color, so it's going to work. It's going to work in the, it's going to work too in the other two baits. I've caught a lot of fish on that fathead in this color. And Buster. I've got it in the Chaos. It sells pretty good. I have sold some in the Chaos. It's a good stained watercolor. It's just a purple back, and the purple changes from blue to purple, and it's got a neon blue belly. What do neon colors do? That fish is 14 exactly. All right. Bam. Yeah, go ahead and jump again. Neon colors, guys, it takes less light for a neon color to show up in the water. Alright guys, this is the first one I cut off the bottom. Looked over there from that boathouse right there, straight out on me. That's a good one too. And there was 5 fish just sitting right off the bottom. I mean, a foot and a half. He's not a monster, but that doesn't matter. I'm gonna cast at him. And I said, there's like crappie there. I'm gonna make a cast at him. So I did. Bam, you see the rest of the story right there. Paul Harvey used to say. There's the rest of it. Alright, so that's 2 on that one. I think I've caught 2 now on 4 colors. Like I said, I make this color in the tracer, fathead. Reason I hadn't put it in the LC Shad, I had plans on it. That's why I shot this mold one time to see what it would do. This thing went out and hooked him back on the outside. Y'all been there. Sure. Reason I haven't made it in this color is it's not selling the best in the other baits. You know? I've sold quite a few in the Chaos too. And I was fishing for white bass with those last year, if y'all remember that, on a river, and they was eating it up. That fish will fool you. He's 12 inches. There you go. Bam. Alright guys, there you go. Boy, it's been a middle part of the day now. I think it's 1 o'clock. Yeah, it's 1 o'clock now. I didn't leave my house till 11, guys. I was bagging baits this morning. Yeah, the killer color. Restocked the killer color and whatever color I was working on. Oh, limeade. And limeade in the LC Shad. I made them yesterday. Bagged those this morning. Made some grubs too yesterday. I got those to work on. That's what I'm going to go back in here and do now. When I fish like this in the middle of the day, I try to get back into the shop and make something every day. This is to keep my stock up. Guys, thank y'all for watching. Leave your comment. I try to comment back to everybody. See you next time.